What's going on, everybody? Welcome to an All the Mods 8 hardcore Minecraft playthrough. My name is JawshyGG, and I spent 22 minutes with my microphone muted without realizing it. Looked over my OBS while I was talking, no sound coming through, and here we are. So I have built a tier 2 rocket in that video. It looks like the Wandering Trader is trying to catch up to me. I've also built a space station orbiting Earth during that time that I wasn't talking. And when I get back to Earth, because we're going to Mars right now, so be prepared for that exciting adventure. We're going to Mars right now, and then when we get back, I'll show you what I did with my factory, which is completely different. I did move it off recording like I said I was going to. So yeah, we're heading off to Mars. So yeah. We are at the red planet now, so that's exciting. I don't know what resources are available on Mars, so we'll see here shortly. It kind of, honestly, and I'm gonna be frank with you here. This landing area looks very similar to the moon. So, okay, so a couple things to note before I kind of get into this whole adventuring style of livelihood. I'm gonna use my jetpack. That's a regular building. Couple things to note is, while yes, I do have my jetpack and I am using my jetpack, I have this fully charged at 102 million FE, and then I have a couple batteries, external batteries specifically for that situation. What else am I gonna need here? Because I do have that quest completed. It gives me a random loot reward, which is absolutely nothing. Beautiful. What's the next step? Finding Ostrom. So we'll just need to find some Ostrom laying about, I suppose. Anyway, I did, I moved my factory, and I have plans to potentially move my mob farm into a compact machine as well, with a loaded chunk. And then I want to set up all of the mob spawners in there to run nonstop, basically. And that's definitely going to be a little annoying while having to figure out, what is that? Is that the alien species that I have to fight here? Ooh. Are they evil boys? They do look pretty evil. The dude is chasing me. Well, it does take 2 arrows. Okay, well, that dude only took 1 arrow. I don't know. What did they give me? Slime boss. Ah, they're slimes. Interesting. Anyway, I have a couple ideas for what I want to do and what I want to try to accomplish over the next couple of videos. This one, of course, is primarily just an exploration video where we're, just exploring outside of our, home base, specifically on Mars. Got a bunch of these little houses here that don't appear to have anybody in them. Interesting. Okay. There is a red dot over here. I'm curious. Is that the native inhabitant? No, it must be a thing underground. Ooh. So this is Martian Canyon Creek. This is Martian Polar Cap. So right now I am technically at the on the polar cap of the planet. This is pretty cool though. I do like the idea here for how this works. Like this is pretty interesting, to say the least. I definitely want to try to kind of get into one of these little mine areas down here, specifically to see if I can find any of that Ostrom stuff, if that's even what it's called. And thankfully I have this beautiful mage book that provides me with a ridiculous amount of light. What do those guys even actually look like? Oh, they just look like little skeletons, slime thrower dudes. It's disgusting. And my one-shot, sometimes two-shot arrows are kind of crazy. Let's see here. don't even know what I'm looking for when it comes to the Ostrom stuff, though. God, this is really cool, though. I do love what they did here. I think they did a pretty good job at developing these planets and everything. Is that Ostrom? That is indeed. Obviously, we're going to use our netherite so we get more than what we asked for. More than what we are currently mining, I should say. Oh, hello. That's really unfortunate. I want to grab some marstone too while I'm here, just in case I need it for something. I don't think I will. Oh, hello. Do you guys do anything particularly like annoying like some of the other slime monsters do? Like the slime monsters in the Twilight Forest and the that shoot the little slime balls at you. Those guys are annoying. So this Ostrom stuff is actually really hard to see in the dark. So it definitely need a little bit of a lighting source to be able to effectively find it. Yeah. Basically lighting up this cavern, this cave system pretty well here. Yeah, so, oh, this goes down even deeper. What is this? Mars ice shard ore? Okay. You don't throw anything at me, do you? No, you don't throw slime. You're just weird. Got it. Beautiful. I think this is some right here. No, this is ice shards. This is ice shards too. Ice shards. Yeah, this is I think Ostrom's going to take a little bit of time to find a lot of. That's iron. That's iron. I don't need any. I'm really good with iron. I don't need any more iron. You can give me anything other than iron at this point. Okay, or you can just keep giving me. Oh, diamond. Diamond. That's cool. Got some ice shard. Okay. I think it'd be cool to have like a. There's some. It'd be cool to have like a spawner that you can grab for these guys. There's some right there. I mean, the cave systems, they did really well with the world generation for these. Like, I'm actually pretty surprised. I was honestly not expecting it to be like a full planet like this. I was half expecting these to be like biome type things where you don't really have a lot of places you can actually travel through. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They did a pretty good job. And I am remembering that I need to continuously monitor my oxygen in the top left because when I was on the moon earlier, I almost ran out of oxygen. I haven't done that yet, so that'll be fun whenever I finally end up doing it because I'm not paying attention like right now. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I do like what they're doing here. I do like the idea of being able to go to a bunch of different planets. I'm curious if the newer updates for this will have more planetary systems you can visit. Because I feel like, well, yeah, the current amount that we're going to, there's lava. The current amount that we're going to is a lot. I still feel like there are a whole lot more that we could visit and explore that they could do like lore particulars for the game. Because, I mean, I feel like there's probably a story behind needing to come here. Like, what exactly are we doing here exactly? What is the exact reason that we're here for? Are we here for like just research purposes to gather resources for a specific reason? Like, is there any major reason why we are here? That's kind of the idea, the thought process I have with this. Let me grab my jetpack out of here, and then we'll do this, and then this, and then now we'll charge up my jetpack while I'm looking around. Um, I'm definitely enjoying the ability of being able to not be stuck to one plane, I guess. But I feel like I should be doing more. But then again, if if I get to the point to where I am just, if I'm like just there and I, already like successfully made the ATM star, I'm gonna get bored of the game. I'm bored of this mod pack. I'm not gonna want to play this mod pack anymore. So I'm gonna end up wanting to go to a new mod pack, which means I would. There's just a lot of like specifics behind the reason why I'm trying to do as much as I can with the time I have available to me. So if you're bored of this series, I'm sorry. I know it's probably going to be pretty long-lived. I don't expect it to end anytime soon, until I die, unless I die. If I die, then that's a completely different story. If I don't die, if I'm just a survivor and keep surviving, then I'm like, we're just going to keep doing our thing here. We're going to keep doing as many of the quests as we can. I do have thoughts, ideas of doing some of the other quests, not just, the ones that I'm comfortable with. Like this one right here, I have never touched Ad Astra before. Like, I don't know anything about Ad Astra. So being able to come in here and go to different planets and the moon and things like that are like really cool. So I'm happy that I'm kind of pushing away from my norms, which is typically just like, building or looting and then, going from there, basically. Not doing anything that is particular for any reason, I guess. I really don't have anything else to say. This is kind of like the Nether down here. Like, this is kind of interesting. This is very interesting, actually. Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna get to a point where I just use my arrows, the the arrows, like basically flying towards the target. I'm gonna get to the point to where I forget that that's a thing, and I'm gonna be playing another mod pack, or I'm gonna be playing like vanilla or something, and I'm gonna be trying to shoot somebody and I'm missing them at like 20 feet. Yeah, I might want to actually start aiming again, just so I at least have some type of remembrance whenever I'm playing a different pack. See, very, very little mana used right there, and this is without my mana regen on. Like, that's pretty crazy. I do love ours. Like, I think it's kind of crazy because I can just spam this to all get out and just light this place. Oh my God. And then I still have mana left over, and then it regens pretty quickly. So imagine if I had my mana regen on and my mana boost. Which, again, I have that enchantment on the helmet. The quest said chest piece, so I'm very hesitant to use my chest piece, or to use it right now. And on top of that, the oxygen canister that I built for that always is empty. It never stays full. Like, I won't have any oxygen tanks in my inventory. I won't have any oxygen tanks in my backpack or anything. And I end up just I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. Like it just always empties itself out. So I have to figure out why it's doing that, what I got to do to fix that, and normal things like that. Okay, so I have 88, so I think I should be good. Let's go ahead and just start heading back up to the surface. I probably shouldn't dig straight up like this, but I'm on a mission. I am pretty low down. Oh, hey. 113 now. Sweet. If I find any on the way up, I'll grab it. Maybe. If I see it. Oh, hey. Hello. Nothing in here. Okay. Yeah, we'll head back to the home and then do and then I'll show you guys the factory, since now I'm actually remembering that I'm now my mic's actually on. To give you guys some clarity here. Okay, so I'm at the surface. Okay. To give you guys some clarity here, I am using an Elgato XLR. It is the condenser mic through Elgato, one of the condenser mics through Elgato. Where do I want to put this? And it's working wonders. But I have to remember that when the circle around my Wave XLR is red, that means my mic is muted. Now, you also may notice that my oxygen is getting pretty low. Even though I am leaving here soon. Which I'm going to do this right here, add waypoint, launch pad. And now I'm going to throw you right there, grab you, and then drop you right there. Shift right click. Wait, I need the 1, 2, 3. Shift right click. For a second, I thought my waypoint was an enemy. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, we've done a little bit of what we needed. I don't know how much we need. I feel like I'll find out soon whenever I get back to the my base, and I can actually probably just do this right here and check. I just need 4 of each, and I guess that's just to build a efficient fuel. Huh. Surprisingly, the moon and Mars only need the same amount of fuel, I guess. So yeah, you'll notice here I am landing in the middle of the water, kind of southeast of my base. My base is just like right over that way. And we have landed. Very dangerous to dismount now. Oh wait, that's right. Okay, cool. So now we'll head back. Actually, no, we landed a lot farther away. Normally we land like, because here's our base. Normally we're landing like right here. We landed a lot further away now. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. It's just, I don't know what I got to do to make it so I land closer. It's all good though. I probably should start collecting those probably should start collecting some of that oil. Oh my lag, holy moly. I would open game mode switcher, no permission. I didn't mean to push that. I didn't even know F4 was game mode switcher. When did that become a thing? Let's see here. Where am I at? Need a little bit. I'm just southeast. That's a mob spawner. Cool. What do you got for sale, buddy? Nothing that I would use. Really, I'm still looking for pufferfish. Is it nighttime or is it daytime? It is night. It is daytime. Okay, cool. So now we can grab these two, plop them down right here, and then we can throw you in there, and then you guys in there. Cool. I did not realize I got that much Mars cobblestone. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to throw the oxygen distributor in there. Because again, I'm not planning to do anything with a make like a base or anything out on a different planet or something of the sort. I haven't really decided if that's what I want to do yet. It could happen. I could end up being like, I want to build something on the moon. I want to build something on Mars. I want to build something on Venus, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, we have to gear up for the, for the heat. So basically, this is going to be a little bit, this is actually going to be a lot more. Yeah, tier 3 rocket. Venus, of course, or Mercury and Venus are, the two closest planets to the sun. And then, of course, the tier 4 rocket is the highest tier rocket that we can make. This will allow it to travel outside of our solar system, which Glacio is, I guess, outside of our solar system. Oh, this is the furthest our current technology can take us. Glacio is a cold planet, but has oxygen for us to breathe. That's cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. So let's do this real quick. Let's empty out our container, or our little bag here, I should say. Okay. And we'll just do this. I'm not too worried because, we're only using 6% of our current capacity, which is wonderful. Grab those two right there, plop you right there, and then plop you right there. And then we can actually throw the iron plates in there. So, yeah. Oh, I went in there and I didn't even actually show you guys. Goodness me. So, I did, and I moved my factory completely around, and I made it like this. And this is to kind of show you how this works. It starts out right here. This is actually not where it starts. It doesn't actually start here in this compact machine, but this right here is the quantum. Okay, you know what? This is getting on my nerves. I need to. There we go. This right here is the quantum entangloporter. And the quantum entangloporter is something that you can push either items, fluids, gases, energy, variety of things through from one dimension to another. I use this in the mining dimension to send items from the mining dimension from my quarry into my system. This is doing the exact same thing. The only difference is this is sending the brine from where my rocket launch pad was. You note, I don't know if you got the glimpse of it, but my thermal evaporation plant is right next to where my launch pad is, which is right outside of my house. So I have the thermal evaporation plant right there, and what that's doing is that's doing the water to brine. It's sending the brine through a quantum entangloporter on that side into this one, and this one is shooting it through into an electrolytic separator, which then is going through the entire process. Of course, I needed energy. I'm not using the energy or the functions of my main base, so I actually have the capability of being able to extend and build out my base's energy without affecting the factory. That means that I have to keep that other compact machine readily accessible and available, and make sure that all the energy is being pushed in, like uranium is still being provided to that, and that kind of stuff. So that's basically powering all of these machines. There's a couple different things you'll probably notice, like this pulverizer here. This is where I throw sulfur in here. It goes into here, which I might actually need a hopper right there. I'm not entirely sure. No, it has that. And then it sends the items, the sulfur dust, down into this dark oak chest, which then puts it into an item cable or an item pipe that sends it here into the chemical oxidizer that manages all the sulfur, and then it goes through the whole process where it does the sulfur dioxide and oxygen to make sulfur trioxide and water vapor to make sulfuric acid with the slurry of whatever copper, or not copper, but whatever raw ore or whatever ore you're using at the time. We'll then push it over to make the actual. Okay, let me rephrase that. So sulfuric acid will basically melt down whatever ore you send into it. So in this case, copper, and that's basically creating dirty copper slurry. Right here, you'll see I have dirty uranium slurry. It is basically making clean uranium slurry that is sending it over into this section, which is not sending it over into this selection, which is not sending it over to this selection. Okay, hold on a second. I got to fix that real quick. This is, interestingly enough, this is not doing what it's supposed to. So obviously, as you remember, we have to have chlorine and, if I remember correctly, water, hydrogen, I think. Yeah, hydrogen chloride. So this is pulling oxygen. This is basically, I don't know what is going on here. I don't know why this is. I actually know why. Let me go grab a gauge real quick and I'll show you what's happening. I haven't moved those. Those are still way too loud. I really wish they would. I really wish I would fix that. I need to do something about those. And oxygen. I think that's good. Okay. So we go back in here. I'll kind of show you why it's doing this. So in this situation, I can't necessarily dump this stuff. So I need to go in and fully remove that. And then that should start sending hydrogen through this. Yeah, so it's sending hydrogen through this, which is sending the hydrogen chloroxide through there. So what I need to make is, because this right here uses the oxygen. Well, if there's nowhere for the oxygen to go, then it's going to back up this cable. If it backs up this cable, then it's going to back up in here, which means this is actually going to freeze, basically. So I need to figure out a way. I don't think there's a way for me to dump the excess oxygen. So what I can do instead is I can do this. I think, yep, right here. This has sulfuric acid in it, so I should be able to grab this right here. Maybe not. Can I empty? How do you empty this? Let's see. This is why I like to kind of run through it a couple times throughout the process. So this has sulfuric acid in it, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. There we go. So now I can bring it in here. I can plop it right there, and that'll basically fill this up to 8,192,000. And now I shouldn't have to worry too much about this right here getting oversaturated, because this right here is likely not going to have any. It's going to do the same thing it did in the other one. The only way I can speed this process up is actually don't know how I can speed this process up, to be honest with you. Whatever. Anyway, you kind of get the gist. It is creating practically every ore that I need it to, and it's I do have to come in here and physically dump the ores in here in this chest, which you can see this chest is sending those ores into the chemical dissolution chamber, which is slowly filling back up with sulfuric acid. So I do have to dump any ores that I get in here. And then it goes through the process. Basically, from this point right here on is where the items will go. The items will touch basically from this point all the way around this point right here. This right here, obviously being the diamond furnace, once it gets finished smelting them, it sends it through this quantum entangloporter back to home base, which to do that, you need a elite importer, and you have to connect that basically into your storage system here. So that's pretty much the gist of what we've done so far with that. And it is now thunderstorming, so I'm going to go up here because the thunder is loud. But yeah, no, it's pretty convenient, honestly. The next thing I will likely do is I will very likely move those into the factory so that it's not as loud out here. And you'll see like this really doesn't fill up that quickly, and having all this stuff is pretty nice too. But there's still a lot for us to do in that Astra, and we'll get to that point. I'm not too worried about the about it. I actually kind of want to go ahead and move this. I'll do this off recording as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of all of this. I mean, it opens up this entire space right here. I do have these right here with my refined obsidian right there, my diamond right here, and my redstone one right here, and another enrichment center to be able to make specific things that I might need for crafting purposes. But basically, like this is, oops, I didn't mean to do that. This is pretty much the general senses of what I've done so far. Not much else has happened. Haven't really done anything on any of the other quest lines. Mechanism, I've basically finished building all of the different cables. There's a lot more that I still have to build, like these fluid tanks, these chemical tanks, these tier installers, and for some odd reason, I know why it didn't work when I built this ultimate energy cube, and I'm not going to try to debug and cheat it. So I will have to make another one of those. Each one of these, I already have this, so I just have to make each one of these two. Once I make those, I just have to put them into my inventory, and those quests will clear out. The next thing that we're likely going to start working on is going to be create, and I might use this as kind of like a create workbench. And then, of course, I am going to likely build another compact machine. You might have also noticed, wow, Jawshy, you're level 136. That's crazy. How did that happen? So, which you probably aren't asking that at all. You probably just realized that when I said it. Basically, if I come down here, I do have some of these mob spawners are working like all the time. Doesn't matter what they're like, where they're at or where I'm at. I gave those the what are they called? The I think they're the Nether Star that ignores the player location. This had like 400 something thousand experience. So I just sat here for a while and let it just build up my experience while kind of letting all this stuff come through. And you'll notice it's picking up, like I'm still picking up a bunch of stuff, and I have all this stuff right here. I need to figure out a good solution for blocking most, if not all, of this stuff from coming back into my inventory or my bag, or being able to filtrate out, which is why I want to move these over to the, yeah, see, I'm at 140 now, which is why I want to be able to, I want to move this mob farm over to my, to a compact machine, because then I can create another, one of those little portal devices and filtrate specific things, kind of like how I did at the quarry. You can see right here, there's still 80,000 experience left, and I've jumped up from 136 to 140, almost 143. This is crazy, right? It's beautiful. And there's still a bunch of items right there that I haven't picked up, and I don't know if I want to even walk over there, because I feel like as soon as I do, I'm just going to lag. And I'll do that. I'll do that here in a second, though. 145. Goodness gracious. This is crazy though, and likely what I'll end up doing is creating the mob farm, and then instead of just outright, look at that, like, look at that. That's crazy. And 90% of the stuff is all crossbows from the pillagers. Likely what I'll do is I'll create the mob farm off recording. Because I mean, you guys all know how to create a simple mob farm like that. And then I will pretty much just build another compact machine. Probably, I think a diamond one should be decent. Should be big enough. Let me actually run into the diamond one real quick. I think the diamond one should be. Yeah, it'll absolutely be big enough because it doesn't need this much space. Make sure this still has power. Make sure this still has uranium while I'm in here. Oh, it has 2 left. Glad I came back and looked. Probably make another one of these, the giant ones, and then put the mob farm in there. Where's my uranium? Wow, I have a lot. I like it. All right. Yeah, I'll do that off recording, and then when I record again, I'll show you guys, because I'm going to do that likely here in a little bit. But you can see right there that has 1.1K, and this can hold 65,000. So it's very similar. Both of them can hold 65,000. So that's going to be, oh boy, it's going to be a lot. But yeah, so thank you guys so very much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't either. We're about 55 to 60% who are watching my videos are not subscribed to the channel, and it supports the channel directly, and it's an incredible thing to do. It shows incredible support to the community. And with that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.